Welcome back to DCR Rails, and today we're going to talk about how this layout is powered. So as you can see, the layout is in the garage and it shares its space with the car. So when the car's in, the layout is pushed up against the workbench and that can't work much with it. So when it's time to do the layout, back the car out, move the layout over, and we can get started. So today we're going to focus under the layout. So we get a new layout. Auto Unitrack clips together and unsnaps real easy. It doesn't take long to be able to set up an oval on top of your kitchen table. And that's how most of us begin our layouts. Hook up the rail joiner with the power and turn it on. The locomotive comes to life. Add on the cars. You can sit back and watch them go. And as you enjoy the train, it's really simple. One oval, one train sitting on top of the tracks, and a transformer to make it go. And so the transformer sits next to the layout. And that works great, but an oval needs to move to the garage and be more sophisticated. Once the car's out, I can move the layout into the middle of the garage. This is the key that runs the layout. I have this extension cord plugged into the wall, and it runs up and down and around. So the extension cord powers a 5-foot power strip. I turn that on and the lights come on. And if the lights are on, the power is on to the layout. The extension cord comes down my table, around the floor, and up under the layout. The cord flows down and around here, and then I have it hooked up to another power strip. And these plugs go to the transformers. And because the layout is next to the car, my transformers are on a pull-out drawer. Now, I have 3 transformers. This one powers the outer loop, this one powers my inner loop, and this runs the reversing loop. Now, these wires from here and from here and from here, I got this one labeled outer loop, and this one's labeled inner loop. They come down and around and hook up to my power cables. That one's the yard. That one's the inner loop. If I go back another section, I label these so my future self will know what my past self did. So it comes to this juncture box. This is from the power pack right here. And then these head out to the layout. So the outer loop and the inner loop have their own separate power. And the outer loop has plastic rail joiners, and the inner loop has some plastic rail joiners where I have soldered the wires to the rails. Plastic rail joiners there. Plastic rail joiners there. I call it the east arrival departure track. I can turn the power on and off to that section of the track. Coming down the main line from Camas, the arrival departure track. Once the back end clears the turnout here, we bring the train to a stop, move the locomotive forward a little, then cut off the power to the west end of the arrival departure track. My engines 2 and 1, I have these lined up with the engines over there. So I can turn on engine 1, turn up the juice, and have it run down the track. And of course I'm doing a video, so it always stalls. And now we'll break down the train. And we'll and there we are. Disconnect. And now we're going to do a little mix and match. Move our switcher up here. Stop it there, and then the east arrival departure, turn it off. Now we have to flip-flop a couple of locomotives. So we'll bring engine number 2 down. Now it's cleared the turnout. We'll back it up. All right, now I've got the knuckle coupler hooked up, and I'm ready to take this string of cars out onto the branch line. Turn off this. Turn on this. And we'll park this guy in the engine house. Now we turn this on. We can send this train out onto the branch line. So that's it. That's the tour of the layout's power supply. From the outlet in the wall to the extension cords, to the power packs, to the power blocks, and to the rest of the layout. So I hope I've answered your question, and enjoy your railroading and keep on keeping on. Now I know at the end of the last episode I said that we would look at why this car wouldn't roll downhill. Well, we'll do that in the next one, I promise. So the train arrived at the arrival departure track. Coming down the main line from Camas. Coming down the main line from Camas, we come into and have it run down the track. And of course I'm doing a video so it always stalls. And now we'll break down the train.